and welcome back to my channel, Julep's Garden. I live in North Carolina, Zone 7B. Today we're at Home Depot. It's the first week of June and we're going to go take a look around. Also, if you don't want to miss out on great plant deals, make sure you follow me on my Instagram, Julep's Garden. I can post on my stories right away when I come across something really good, so make sure you follow me there. So Home Depot's at it again with their ginormous containers. I don't know why they don't do smaller options. I don't mind the big size if they would just have a smaller option too. That would be great. But look at this. This is the Proven Winners Luminary Ultraviolet Phlox Perennial, and this is a full sun. It can go up to 36 inches tall. If you have a shady area and you want flowers like I did, and I was determined to find flowers that bloomed in the shade, you want some foxgloves. Now they are poisonous, so you have to be careful around pets and children, but they are just absolutely beautiful and the pollinators will love them. The bees, they just climb into these little tubes. Look at these colors. So here they have this one, the foxglove for $19.98, and it comes on this little container. Here we have Shasta daisies. These make me think so much of like an English cottage style garden. And this variety can get up to 3 feet tall, and it blooms from summer to fall. These are perennials, so they come back every year. But they do have this huge container, so it is $19.98. Along with the next huge container is this salvia. It's called May Night. It's $19.98, and the pollinators absolutely go crazy over this also. And this does get larger and larger each year, so even if you start off with a smaller plant, they get pretty big quickly. Here we have a geranium. So this is not the typical annual geranium you normally get that only lives for 1 year. This is a perennial geranium that's going to come back year after year, and you see the foliage and flowers are different. And this is a big container also for $19.98. Here we have the Proven Winners Baptisia for $24.98. It is a big size. And this is Decadence Dark Chocolate. This can get from 3 to 3.5 feet tall, so it would be definitely a statement, and can do full sun to part shade. And I thought this was so interesting. It says nearly black charcoal purple flowers. I wish this one was blooming because I can't even imagine that, but I'm sure it would be beautiful. And this is a perennial, so it comes back every year. Here we have some clematis. If you've ever been on a walk in your neighborhood and you see these vining purple flowers maybe around the mailbox and have wondered, what plant is that? It's probably a clematis. They come in a lot of different shades and varieties. This one is $17.98, and they come back year after year. Here we have another variety of the foxglove. This one doesn't come in a fancy container, so it's $16.98 for 1.5 gallons. And look at this. Look at those little spots on the inside. They are just dreamy. And like I said, it's the cutest thing. The bees will climb all the way in there. They kind of get lost in there. It's so cute. So this is the coneflower. It is one of my absolute favorite plants. It's actually native to North America. The pollinators love it. They go crazy for it. It's $9.98. This one's Cheyenne Spirit. So they kind of have different shades. Some are kind of orangey. Some have more of a pink tone. This one's the Cheyenne Spirit if you wanted to see that color. And let's see. Are they all Cheyenne Spirit? It looks like it. And it looks like they kind of have different tones. I think they kind of change. I noticed mine kind of start to change the older the bloom gets on the shade. Look at this one. Speaking of pollinators, look at this little bumblebee on the lavender. So cute. So this one is a $9.98. It just says lavandula. I'm trying to focus one plant at a time, but look at this, guys. Look at everything we have to go look through. So excited. Okay, let's focus. So these look like some beautiful peachy dianthus Let's see, this is $9.98. Yes, and dianthus are also perennials. I love this shade. It's like a salmon pink shade. We have an ice plant. This is $4.98 and it wants full sun. Full sun, you can use it as a ground cover. And look at the different. They have an orange, pink, yellow. Guys, Home Depot is really tempting me with these moss birdhouses. I love them. I love them so much. I came across them once and I fell in love, but they're $40 and I couldn't get myself to purchase it, but they are so adorable. And we have so many birds in our yard and they set up their little nest everywhere they can. Look at this one. Does this not make you think of like a Dr. Seuss type of style? Oh, it's adorable. I love it so much. I'm gonna think about it. Another perennial, we have tick seed for $8.98. It gets up to 2 feet high and about almost 1.5 feet wide, and it has these beautiful flowers. Look at these. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, so just in case you're confused, because I initially was at the beginning, this can be known as Speedwell, and it also is known as Veronica. Excuse me, Veronica. So just in case you're like, which one is it? You can find it by either or. And this is a perennial, and the pollinators love these, but there's different varieties. So see how this one is skinnier and taller, and then this one is nice and thick. So cute. This one seems like it's like a pink color like this. This is blanket flower for $8.98. Gets about 2 feet by 2 feet. Perennial, so it'll come back, and it likes full sun. Also approved by the pollinators. And they have this yellow color also. They still have petunias if you haven't gotten yours yet. These are $9.98, and petunias are annuals. I'm trying to catch this little ladybug friend for you guys. Look how cute he is. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to scare him away, but he was doing such a good job. Ladybugs are great. They eat aphids and all sorts of things that eat your bugs. So here we have a gardenia daisy. This is an annual, $9.98. Look at this. Wow. And they have the different shades. Here we have Dragon Breath Celosia. This is $9.98, and this will get up to 2 feet tall. These celosias are only $4.98 and also get up to 2 feet tall. And you get a variety of colors. And they still have the caladiums if you haven't gotten yours yet. These are $7.98. Now, caladiums are considered annuals, but you can save the bulb over the winter. So this is Heart to Heart, Hot to Trot, Sun and Shade Caladium. Gets up to 20 inches tall. And then this other variety they have, let me show you the tag, is Heart to Heart Lemon Blush. And this one does full shade, 2 feet tall. Here you have the classic geranium for $2.78 for 1 pack. And these are just for this year, they're annuals. They won't come back. They have these zinnia pots for $14.98, and these are just annuals, but you can save the seeds for next year. They still have a double impatiens for $7.98. I put 2 of these in a large pot, and they have grown so quickly, looking beautiful, and these do great in the shade. They also have them in white. We have Angelonia here. It's an annual, $7.98. It likes full sun, but it can get up to 3 feet tall, so it definitely would make an impact. And they have this lighter shade of pink also. We have Pentas, also love full sun, $7.98, get up to 2 feet tall. This is Mexican Heather. It likes part sun. It's an annual. It can get up to 3 feet tall. I'm really curious about this because I have a lot of part sun, and I love the way this looks. Look at this lantana, $7.98, and do you see the height? That's 6 feet tall. That's incredible. So I think this is an annual. I have heard some lantana can come back each year, but I'm not quite sure. And I do know that deer do not like these as much, and they have the different colors. So here we have a hibiscus. This one's $19.98, but I just wanted to show you most hibiscus that you find like this. See how that says it's only hardy to 30 degrees? So for instance, that would not make it through a North Carolina winter, which says it's probably not going to make it through a lot of the states. So you want to make sure you look for the perennial hibiscus. The proven winners ones can go to -30. Here we have the same Angelonia we saw earlier, but in a smaller container, only $4.98. Same thing with the pentas. Look at all this coleus. They're gorgeous. Let's take a look at this one. This is $4.98, gets up to 18 inches high. Let's take a little stroll over here and see if there's anything they're holding out on us. Okay, they have all these veggies. What I do like about Home Depot is that they have this smaller size for $3.98. It's kind of hard to even find seedlings under $5 now, so I do like that they offer this option. We have some parsley. What is this? Geneva basil. And they even have little tomatoes for $3.98. Look at these dahlias. They're gorgeous. They're these big containers for $44.98. They have wave petunias, and you get a pack of 6 for $12.98. It's my first year growing these, so I'm gonna kind of see how they do compared to the super petunias. They have sun patience for $7.98. They're looking a little sad. They're probably getting too much sun here. Well, technically they should be able to handle the sun. Who knows, maybe not enough watering, but they're beautiful. Oh look, these are a smaller size in sun patience. How much are you? $4.98. See, I like that because in no time, that'll be the same size. We have a special buy here. So it's these pre-made containers. It's called Shrub Deco. Normally $59.98, and they're on sale for $29.98. And it looks like they have some creeping jenny and calibrachoas with the little boxwood. They also have this one. It has this little center shrub with some calibrachoas around. Was $29.98, now $14.98. Here we have a big begonia, $9.98, and these will get up to 2 feet tall. And we have tons more of the lantana. They have these begonia containers for $19.98, and they can do sun or shade, and they come with a little pot, so you'll be all ready to set it up on your deck. This is a Sunfinity sunflower for $9.98, and it can get up to 4 feet tall. I'm sure the pollinators would love this. Look at this, guys. They have milkweed. They have a pack of 6 for $12.98. So milkweed is the only plant that the monarch butterfly will lay its eggs on. So it's really important that we have enough for them. This would be such a great addition to a pollinator garden or just a general garden. You would be helping the monarch butterflies. It does like full sun. It can get up to 4 feet tall. We have marigold for $4.98, and they have the yellow color too. You can get an 8-pack of vinca for $3.98. Each little vinca plant can get a foot tall and a foot wide. These love sun. Those are the impatiens for the shade. Or you can get a 12-pack of begonias for $12.98. They also have the marigolds in the 12-pack for $12.98. And they still have all the proven winner roses, so if you are looking for one of these, they have Oh So Easy Double Pink. They have Oh So Easy Lemon Zest. And Oh So Easy Hot Paprika. And this is the one, oh my gosh, look at this. Señorita. That's beautiful. But one of the ones that I love is the At Last. Those are all $29.98. They have all these coleus for $4.98. Coleus tends to like shade or part shade. This one gets up to 16 inches tall, but some of them can get up to 2 feet tall. We have these celosia containers for $4.98. All these different shades of begonias, also $4.98. Here we have a Russian sage. This is a perennial, $8.98, gets up to 4 feet tall. And look at these beautiful wispy blooms. This is another variety of the speedwell that we saw earlier. This one's in pink. This one is called, oh, they don't have a specific name, I guess, according to the color. So we're all familiar with carnations, but did you know you can have them in your garden and that they will keep coming back every year? This one's $8.98. These are carnations also. They have this date palm, which was normally $59.98, now for $29.98. Now this is a proven winner, salvia, for $12.98. This is pink profusion. And these come back every year, as do the Shasta daisies, which are these white flowers. We saw some earlier, but this is the proven winners variety for $12.98, banana cream. And this variety is not as tall as the other one. This one only gets up to 2 feet. So if you need something more compact, it's a great option. And if you didn't get your hands on some astilbe, they still have some for $9.98. These are Limelight Prime hydrangeas for $29.98. So the Limelight Prime hydrangeas, they do like more sun, so they can do part shade to full sun, and they can get up to 6 feet tall. They're not blooming yet though, they'll be blooming soon. Look guys, the azaleas, they're on sale. So they were normally $29.98 for the 2-gallon, $14.98 now. And then if you wanted one of the smaller containers, they're normally $19.98, now they're $9.98 for 1 gallon. They still have all the proven winners shrubs, so Baby Kim Lilac, the Miss Violet Butterfly Bush, $29.98, and the Pugster Blue. And then this is the Blues Festival St. John's Wort. They say this is a special buy for the Black Diamond Crepe Myrtle, $19.98. So I haven't seen this brand before, but this is Echo Mini Penny Reblooming Hydrangea. And it's supposed to be blooming all the way from spring through fall. It gets up to 4 feet high and wide. And this is $27.98. Kind of see some of the blooms here. So with hydrangeas, it can be a little tricky because some of the macrophyllus only bloom on old wood. So your chances of getting flowers the next year are a little bit less, because if you have a late frost or a little critter eats some, or branches fall and break them like happened to me, you're not getting any blooms. So it's important that you get one that blooms on new and old wood, so you have a better chance of getting flowers. So this is the Let's Dance Proven Winners Hydrangea, $29.98. So this is the one that says reblooming, so you have a better chance for blooms. And this one wants sun or part shade. I think if you're in the south, you can get away with almost full shade as long as it gets some dappled sun. These are beautiful. And they also have, oh, that's the same one. What did I see here? The Let's Dance Blue Jangles. They have the Invincible Limetta, and these are $39.98, but it is a 2-gallon container. They're looking a little sad though, and they have a lot. I wonder if they'll eventually put them on sale. This is Invincible Sublime. Look at the flowers on that. So these are smooth hydrangeas. Smooth hydrangeas, this one and the one I just showed you, they bloom on new wood, so you don't have to worry about the old wood and if it's gonna bloom. These reliably bloom every year for you. They're my favorite. And here's Quick Fire Fab. So now this is a panicle hydrangea. These like more sun. They're gonna want almost that full sun to part shade, and they get huge, up to 8 feet tall. And look at these blooms. Normally they'll start out white and then go to this kind of pink color. These are $59.98. They're starting to put their blooms, but my favorite are the smooth hydrangea because in my experience they can tolerate the shade pretty well. Okay, and for shade we have coral bells, $8.98. These don't lose their foliage during the winter, so they're great for winter interest. They're very cold hardy, and they of course will last you year to year. Those are great. Ajuga is great, or this is also known as a bungleweed. It comes in very many different variations. In the spring it gets these beautiful blue flowers and it spreads quickly as a ground cover. This is coral bell. So coral bells also will not lose its foliage during winter, and it gets these beautiful little pink spiky flowers. This is dead nettle, also known as lamium. It can be used as a ground cover for the shade. Also has these purple pretty flowers, and it spreads quickly if you have an area you're trying to fill, usually areas where the grass won't grow because of the shade. This is a good option. They have these huge Astilbe containers like the ones we saw at the entrance for $19.98, and this is Fall Spirea Vision in red. And these are perennials, they'll come back every year. Okay, that's it for today. If you enjoy my content, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I appreciate your support. Bye.